this tutorial in Cyberlink PowerDirector, I'd like to give you some tips on working with video that is shot handheld and is a bit shaky. Ideally, all of our shots would come from tripods or other devices where the motion is controlled and the camera doesn't shake. But sometimes the shoots that we do ourselves or the ones that we get are handheld, and there's always issues with them because we cannot be perfectly stable with our cameras. Here's an example. This is a shot of Lake Superior off Duluth, and I'd like to show you a few seconds of it as we play it. You're going to see that the videographer is trying to do their best, but here they go right and they go back to left. And now they're trying to go forward in a smooth way. Some of the frames are better than others, but there's still this start and stop, a little bit of jerkiness, and at the end, the whole thing is not useful. So the last frames we can't recover, but we can do something about the rest of it. Let's see what happens when we apply one of the tools we have in PowerDirector. So I'm going to highlight the clip and click on the Edit button above the timeline. And then I have these four options. We're going to be on the video one, and the subcategory is going to be on the enhance, the second one over. And we're going to click on video stabilizer. Now when we click on video stabilizer, we're going to see the default. The default is to fix rotational camera shake, and the correction level is set to 50%. We'll talk about that in a moment. You also have the option to apply the video stabilizer to correct shaky video. If I click on this one, it's going to apply the stabilizer. If I click without it, it won't. Let's see what the difference makes. Let's say if we only want to fix rotational camera shake. Let's see what happens when we play this. It still jerks left to right a little bit and left to right on those frames. And it's a little bit better, a little more stable. It goes up and down, and it keeps it basically the same size. It's not zooming in on it. Let's see what happens when we click on Enhance Stabilizer. Now there's a tool here that we have to click on. This says this improves the quality of the output, but it requires more computing power, so it recommends you go to non-real-time preview or render the preview for the applied range. So it's going to take a little more juice. Let's see what happens if I don't change any of my features and turn that on. When I turn that on, I get a little more zoom, and let's play it and see what happens. Now you notice the left to right is gone, but what it does is it pauses. It actually takes out that section where the camera retreated from the right to the left, and the quality is really pretty good, even in this preview that I have right now. So that gives you probably the maximum. And when you click on this and play it, it actually will turn on the button here. Let's turn that off for a second. What is the correction level? The correction level is basically applies to the zoom, because you notice the camera shake around the edge of the video more than in the center. If I click it down to, let's say, 27%, you notice I'm back out toward the original proportion of my original video. But I will notice a little bit more of movement because it's not isolating on the center of the video quite so much. So there's a little more motion there. Let's try another option. I'm going to stop that. Let's go back to the beginning. And let's try with around 75%. And if we play it now, it's zoomed in tighter, but then the algorithm has an opportunity. There again, it pauses because it doesn't want to go back. And now it moves forward quite well, just for rotational. Okay, let's try again, and we're going to take the maximum. We're going to use the Enhanced Stabilizer. We're going to take the correction level up to 100%, which zooms in even greater, and see what this one looks like. Okay, again, we have a pause. And again, those are the hardest things to fix. If you don't want the pause, you just have to start the video somewhere else, I'm guessing. And if you watch the bird in flight, you see that there's a little bit of motion up and down, but it's not too bad. A huge improvement over the original. So if you're working with footage that is a bit shaky, you can adjust it to whatever degree you want to make it a little bit more stable. In this case, I want to also do something with sharpness and color because it doesn't have quite the punch I would like on this particular video. But the video stabilizer is a great tool to use when you have to compensate for movement on the camera in your raw footage in CyberLink PowerDirector.